Hey, what's up, YouTube? Oh, you don't like silences in the middle of your YouTube videos? Well, you know how you could stop that silence? By hitting the like, the subscribe, and the bell to stay notified. Come on, it's the thing. You do it for Philly D, do it for me. Now, I need to talk to y'all about COVID. And I know, I have a whole series on COVID. So, like, why would you bring this up now of all times? You always talk about COVID. COVID's the thing, right? Okay. Well, the CDC clearly claims that it is time for us to push the pandemic past. It's time to push the pandemic past the point. Sir, that was the most terrifying, dead silent eye contact. I do that. I do this. I do this. Why is this light not hitting the way it should be? It's probably because it's low. Yeah, low. There we go. So you're probably wondering what the status of the CDC's requirements are now that they said that 90% of people can go without masks. Okay. I'm trying not to make this long or draw it out because I'm just going to be angry for a couple of minutes. Just 2 days ago, I found out that somebody I knew that had COVID passed away. This pandemic is not fucking over. I don't have to say anything else. I really don't. But the problem is that we seem to keep hitting these roadblocks. So today, I'm going to point out an issue, and then I'm going to point out the solution to it. Because I'm tired of talking about the problems without giving you solutions. Wait a minute. No, I already give you all the solutions to all my problems. So why are we still here? Why are we still involving ourselves in these issues? Why are we still claiming that the pandemic is over? Well, you might say, dude, I haven't seen anybody with COVID. I haven't worried about it. We've all pretty much got Omicron and that shit burned through. It's pretty much over now. We should just forget the pandemic. Let me show you what chaos looks like when you do that. White screen. Mayor Eric Adams ended New York City's mask mandate for public schools and a proof of vaccination requirement for indoor dining, gyms, and entertainment venues. It's time to reopen our city, he said. Now, before I go down to the replies to this tweet, because I'm going to tell you right now, and I promise you, they beating your ass in the quote tweets. I promise you that. Let's read the article. Now, again, I don't do this shit. Hey, yo, just let me read the article. Updated 11 minutes ago. COVID light updates. Appeals panel ruling limits public health expulsions of migrant families at U.S. This is the wrong article. Did they just flip the article on us? It's not even coming up. Is it a part of this? Oh my God, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why is it like this? Why would you start the article with the migrant families thing and then dump the New York City thing when you just told me that's where I hate news? Yo, just make this shit easy, bro. It's time to reopen our city. So we talked about this mayor. We talked about this. A significant moment for a city that was once an epicenter of the pandemic. Mr. Adams made the announcement in Times Square in Manhattan and said it was part of his efforts to reopen New York after a steep drop in coronavirus cases. Starting on Monday, students will no longer have to wear masks indoors at public schools. Children under 5 must continue to wear masks because they are not yet eligible for vaccination. This is not how fucking vaccination works, and I know that they know that, and this is coming to quite the problem. So I guess I'm just going to react to every fucking sentence of this article because I'm trying so hard not to let my eyes pre-read this as fast as I can. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for me to become a COVID expert. It's time for me to become a virologist for 5 seconds. Do me the favor of humoring me and pretending that I have a PhD in this. Far be it from me to say so, but I swear that vaccination only stops you from falling deathly ill to the virus, such as all vaccinations. And when you vaccinate a mass population against a virus that hasn't reached them yet, by the time it reaches them, it will be weakened if and when it passes through to the next person. So children under 5 must continue to wear masks because they're not eligible yet for vaccination. Just means more people will cough in their fucking faces, and then maybe they won't spread it out, but they're going to get the real, they're going to get the push of it. And people still aren't getting vaccinated at the rate that we need them to. So I don't understand. Also, as of Monday, people will not be required to show proof of vaccination to visit the city's restaurants, gyms, and other venues like movie theaters. Masks are still required on public transit in some venues, including Broadway theaters. It's time to reopen our city, Mr. Adams said on Friday. So before we look at the proof of the numbers, because I always said at the beginning of this that if the numbers did go in that direction, do what you got to do. I'm not going to be one of those, the pandemic's never over. Stay inside your home. Stay locked in. I'm never going to be one of those people, okay? But at the same fucking time, if you're going to drop the requirement of vaccination, then why did you do it in the first place? And here we go. Now y'all done got me started on talking. Oh my God, I didn't even want to make it like this, but now we're going to get into it. Now I'm just mad. I'm just fucking mad. Now I'm just mad. I'm just fucking mad. I'm just mad. I'm fucking mad. Oh my God, here we go. Here we fucking go. So you had the nerve to host you got rallies right now in Canada. You got rallies across the United States. You got rallies all over the place for the sake of ending the mask mandates. And now they're being ended. And nothing happened to you. There was no persecution. There was no FEMA camps. There was no vaccination. They just... So you mean to tell me the entire 2 years that you were fighting this was just so you could say you won? That's all you got out of it, was a victory. Now when you fucking die from whatever variant or virus that comes along, you're going to be looking at us like we the bad guys. So that means that you were never on the side of justice or freedom in the first place because they're giving you what you want. That means that this was never about control. That means all you had to do was do what you were told and it would have ended earlier. Oh my God. So we were right the whole time. We were right the whole time. We were right the whole fucking time. All of this entire, I didn't even want to make this segment about this, but now I have to. Clear fucking evidence that if we just did what we had to do, this would have been the result anyway. So you dragged us. You dragged 154 now of my friends, family, and coworkers through the mud, through graves to get what you wanted in the first place. To get what you wanted anyway. To get what you wanted in the end game. Now you, I'm watching y'all. You have the audacity. You have the gall to literally now it's gonna get funny. Now it's gonna get funny. Here, watch. Now it's gonna get funny. Now it's gonna get funny because wait a minute. So we're gonna move past the pandemic. And the vaccines didn't make us grow a third arm. There were no side effects. The masks did what they needed to do. And now that we're claiming that it's over, we're not going to wear them anyway. Which means that all the preventative measures like social distancing, mask wearing, all this, the vaccines, all that, all did nothing but try to help. And you didn't do that. And because it took you so long to not do that, we're finally at a point 2.5 years later, almost 3. Or isn't it March? Yeah, 2 years later. Yeah, we're almost to the 2-year mark of this. You mean to tell me all you had to do was follow and we would have been done with it? Because apparently now we're done with it? So either we're not done with it because you're not doing the thing and you're just claiming that we're done with it because you want to be done with it. And all of a sudden now, where's the, what? Where? Oh, this is going to be a bigger issue now, because now we got to talk about a post-pandemic world in which I've already made a piece in which the normal that you're looking for ain't existing no more. So now we got to talk about all those people who dragged us through the fucking mud over all the advocation, all the staying at home, all the social distancing, all the birthdays lost, parties lost, moments lost, funerals lost, all that. And you got what you wanted anyway at the suffering of other people. Now it looks like we're about to have another societal war. Because now all that right-wing rage, and I made a segment about this a year ago, all that right-wing rage, none of that fear-mongering has come to pass. That's literally the title of that video. Right-wing fear-mongering has not come to pass. Hey, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. If you're new here, please do me a favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is the most energetic stream you're ever going to watch on Twitch today. I'm in the middle of a segment, so I can't really address the raiders as we are doing it. But please, I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. What a moment to raid. Danabo, the thief of the left, expose coming soon. For those of you on YouTube, you probably have no idea what's going on. But yeah, no, seriously, insane. Like what? How? Where? So now we're at an empathy crisis. I haven't even finished the goddamn article, but you can tell where the problem is about to start lying. Now that epicenters are removing their mask mandates, God forbid a spread happens akin to a new variant. God forbid that we jump the gun too early. We've done that multiple times in this country. So I can effectively say, without even worrying about the numbers, that the way the United States dealt with the coronavirus pandemic was to literally do nothing. It was to do nothing. All that bitching and raving about the government taking away your freedoms, they literally just gave it right back to you. They gave it right back to you. There was no martial law. There was no vaccine checkpoints. It was just, hey, could you do this for us? And now it's gone. So all of that arguing you did, all of the people that died, that I'm about to start throwing out names and lists of, all that shit that happened, the over 800, probably 800,000 plus people dead, if not hitting 900,000, all of that for nothing, because we need to open our city. You want to take a vector of a place, also known as a school, and you just want to straight up just throw everybody right the fuck back in there. Starting on Monday, you're doing the thing again. Oh my God. And then this is going to make me talk about the educators. They don't care about educators. Is that clear for you? They obviously know. It's time to reopen our city. Can you at least afford us some of the things that we were asking for in 2020? Did we ever fix the internet crisis? Are all schools going back to in person? Are we just resetting the fucking earth? Or I should say the city, let alone. Are we just resetting the city? Is it over? Are we really hitting end goal here? Now, most people would say you should be happy it's over. Now you can go back to school. You can go back to teaching. You could do all the things you used to love, all that. Not through this pandemic. And I already talked to you about it. My relationship with the way I deal with life itself has changed. And we're not even beginning to talk about that as far as people going back into the world and trying to, you really think trains are going to be the same? You think crowded places are going to be the same? You really think we're not working through any therapy issues for that. We're not working through any food scarcity issues. We're not worrying about anybody who is crippled by long COVID. We're not worried about, oh my God, it's like we don't give a shit. And it's so crazy because episode 4 of COVID has something to deal with this, and I have to keep a bit of that information to myself until I do the episode. So it looks like I'm probably going to do that episode live on Twitch. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you should look out for episode 4, but it's like I probably haven't uploaded episode 3. So who knows? Let's continue reading the article because I'm just going to get worse, madder and madder. Just going to get worse. Can I get a dark mode on this, yo? Can I get a dark mode on this website? I got a dark mode because this shit is burning me. Nah, y'all don't got settings. Y'all got a search bar. Oh, y'all got settings here? More? Nothing. No dark mode. Damn. Anyway. Coronavirus cases have dropped quickly over the last month after a surge caused by the Omicron variant, which I just talked about. It just burned through, and we were like, okay, it's becoming the seasonal flu, so fuck it, it's over. The city is logging about 500 daily cases now and 25 hospitalizations compared with more than 40,000 cases and 1,000 hospitalizations per day in January. You mean over a month? We're doing this over 30 days? Still, some health experts have raised concerns that Mr. Adams is moving too quickly to remove pandemic restrictions and that the proof of vaccination requirement, known as the Key to New York City program, has helped keep New Yorkers safe, especially because the city has so many international visitors. Dr. Jay Varma, top health advisor to the previous mayor, wrote an opinion piece in the New York Daily News, well, that's why nobody saw it, on Thursday, urging Mr. Adams to keep the program. Mr. Adams has said that the proof of vaccination program worked by encouraging more New Yorkers to get vaccinated. He has decided to keep vaccine mandates for city workers and for employees at private companies who are working in person. Nearly 87% of adult New Yorkers are fully vaccinated, according to city data. Rates are lower among children. Only about 56% of those ages 5 to 17 are fully vaccinated. Okay, 87% are fully vaccinated. First, New York City reopened last year. Second, a New York City teacher I know reports substantial COVID spread in schools. And lastly, it's self-evident ending the mask mandate in schools will exacerbate the problem. Other states need to follow suit. No masks are great, but need proof of vaccination for inside restaurants, sporting arenas, etc. As a New Yorker, I can tell you that New York has been fully open for months. Facts. Why do leaders like Mayor Eric Adams repeatedly think that removing a mask and vaccine mandate is synonymous with reopening? Correct. The vax requirements in restaurants was the only reason many people I know went out to eat. Exactly. Instead, it feels much less safe to go anywhere indoors with him lifting the vaccine mandate. He's doing it for the tourists, not the residents. What could go wrong? In what ways was the city closed? Nothing was closed. The city's been open for like a year or more at this point. No disrespect to anyone, but I'm not trying to sit and have dinner with anyone until this virus has been completely eradicated. One thing I've noticed about this pandemic is how completely negligent people were about taking this thing serious. 930,000 people are dead. Did I get the number wrong? New cases in the United States. It sparked all the way up to our highest third wave in January, of course, after Christmas and shit travel, and then it dropped down. Okay, I guess I should be proud of that. In the realm that I should be proud of that. Wow, New York City has 228 million. I had to send this to somebody real quick. Give me a second. That's funny as fuck. Of course it's that number. Let's see, United States, show all. So our first effective wave with the original was there. And then we had our second wave. We didn't even have a first wave. This was all one wave. And then we got a creep of a second wave with the Delta, and then Omicron took over and spread across the entire fucking nation. 955,000, which means we are going to hit the 1 million mark. Okay. And I hope we don't, but we're going to hit the 1 million mark. Okay. Might be able to inspect the website and change it. My eyes, Rap God Shift. You already know. Third wave probably also had the least deaths. Yep. Because it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't, like, you know what? Just the fact that he said it's time to reopen our city as if you can't go outside right now and pretty much go anywhere. Like, to end this segment, I will say that I once thought that we were probably going to have about 100,000 deaths before people were just like, whoa, this shit is like, we need to take some serious steps here. We're at 930,000 right now, if not more. This goes against the people who died due to not being able to get health care because the hospitals were overridden. And you know what? I'm not even going to talk about the other things because I'm just going to stick it to just that. We hit the 1 million mark already. America does not care about itself, and it will self-destruct because we have not learned a lesson from this COVID pandemic. And it sucks. It sucks because there are people out there that care, and now they're going to feel like they shouldn't have. So what I said in the beginning of this pandemic turned out to be true. And I feel like other people, especially important people, said it and nobody listened. But here we fucking go. I'm going to tell you a story, and I'm going to tell you the conclusion to this story as related to this segment. Guess what? During the beginning of the pandemic, when the bodies started rolling in and we started talking about morgue trucks, I had an EMT worker who picked up 2 people, and then the calls started coming in more and more. So he's driving around everywhere trying to pick up these people. And all of a sudden, I found out that that person committed suicide because he just couldn't see any more death. It's nice to know that the country that he was working for, the people he was working for, just didn't give a shit. So rest in peace to that guy. Let's move on. I've seen enough death to last me an entire year. Every single week, there's a new death. Nobody gives a shit. You don't see how this could create some Joker-esque situation. You don't see how this could create some super angry guy who said, I lost everything, and now you just want to reopen for the sake of reopening. You don't even care about helping people get back into the swing of things. No, just get a job and continue to work for the machine. Yeah, let's talk about Ukraine, though. If you like what you saw, please do me a favor. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell to stay notified, and I'll see you in the next one.